Alright, hey guys, it's me Giga and welcome back to the New Super Mario Bros. DS 100% Speedrun tutorial. This is part 3 where we go through World 8. As you can see, this is what World 8 looks like. All these levels here. There are 12 levels total in this world. However, we will not be going through all of them in this pass. I mean, you can if you want. Now, this is where you start having more options in your route, but we will discuss these later. This is the only world in the game that does not have any hidden exits, so you will have to get every star coin on in one go for all these levels here. No exceptions. So, presuming that you have a blue shell by this point, which is optimal, we're going to go into 8-1 here. We'll only be doing the first 3 levels in this part. Alright, so this is the easy method to do 8-1. This can be a hard level if you don't know what you're doing, alright? So the easiest way is to use the blue shell and just stay in morphs the whole time, because this can be really hard. Alright, now if you don't know about this trick, you can... Oh, I messed up. Alright, back to 8-1. I got a text message, I'm sorry. But anyways, the easiest method is just to use shell, sorry, and stay in there. Jumping whenever you see a slope, because they obviously slow you down. And the easiest method to get the star coins is to get this block here, this spring, and just go up. There is a faster method for getting this first star coin, and I will explain it in a minute. Alright, ground pound, and just continue staying in shell the whole time. And just dropping off here, and then just doing a running start up here, and then to the goal. But if you're a bit more advanced, there is a much faster method to getting through this level. Now, of course, you want to be unmorphing. Now, this jump here. Now, unmorphs. And jump on that crow there to get to this area much quicker. No spring required. And it's basically the same as you would normally. Except you just continue unmorphing to get some speed. Ground pound here. And do the same thing as you would normally. Just come up here. And just in the level. Like that. So 8-1 on an any percent level is pretty hard. It is a bit harder in 100% if you don't know what you're doing. So this level requires a lot of practice if you want to get it right, especially for 100. Alright, the next level we'll be showing off is 8-2. Now this is an easy level for any percent, but for 100%, especially with the second star coin, it's a lot harder. Now what you want to do, go here, jump. Alright, now this is where the formation, this is where, now as you can see, you've got my hand cam, and you can see my Nintendo system. And you can see my thumbs and fingers and all that, as you may know. Now, the key to 8-2 is, this is why we want blue shell. There's another level where we want blue shell, and that's 8-3. But basically, let me just unpause the game. So you see that to swim, you can just do this. Like, you know, just tap the B button or the jump button. The thing is, you've got 2 buttons, 2 jump buttons, as you may know. You've got A and B, or X and A if you have it in your control scheme. Now watch what happens when I use this formation. You're much faster than... Now, I'm going to do this section with 1 button first, and then 2 buttons. So just to show, this is with 1 button. Alright, so see how much work I got to do to get up there, and it's like I'm still not even done yet. So, this is why you should get good at this with the 2 buttons. Now for this, you can either use your leg, like I'm doing here, or if you can, use a tabletop or something. And it can be pretty awkward to use your leg as a base to hold your system. But yeah, 2 buttons and you should be good. Alright, now this section here, it's a bit difficult. Now, in any percent, this would be the same. There's this really weird trick you can do, which professional runners use. And it's you jump up here and you do this like really weird double jump. I can never do it. Yeah, it's virtually impossible for me. But if you're comfortable with doing that trick, do it. It's very hard to do it though. Alright, now, if you can't do it, this is the next best thing. Alright, now I just messed it up. So, I'm just too busy talking at the same time. So basically, there's this trick you can do with the barrels. You can do a barrel jump. Like a really precise barrel jump with the shell when morphed to, like, you know, continue your momentum. So, watch this. Oh, I just missed it. But if you jump in the right angle, you can get it. I'm off there. You can go ahead and get this flower if you want. If you don't have a spare shell, it's recommended. Now jump. No, don't jump down this one here. I made a mistake. You should be jumping down this one here. Wall jump, get the star coin. Checkpoint. Alright, now this is where the game starts to fuck you over, right? In any percent, this wouldn't be much of an issue. Sorry. In any percent or any other category, this would be much easier. In 100%, this part is fucked, alright? Because the second star coin is all the way at the top of this area. And, in this area with the water, there are 2 skaters. You need to bounce off the skaters and wall jump in the right way to collect the second star coin. If you don't do it correctly, either you'll miss it and, like, you know, waste time trying to come back up here, or worst case scenario, you kill both the skaters without the star coin, in which case you're fucked and you need to reset. Granted, by this point, you would get to here by, like, the 12, 13, 14 minute mark, which, I mean, isn't much of a time, but when you're really playing like this, when you're really grinding for this, it can be really difficult. And it can be really frustrating. So, this requires a lot of practice, and you just need to, I mean, even with all the practice in the world, you need good luck for this section. I'll try and demonstrate it here and see if I can get it right. Alright. So basically you just, oh, see, I missed it. Alright, I got it. Then you just ground pound there. So that was a really hard section there. Now, so basically, I got it within, like, you know, 1 bounce, alright, while the P-switch was still active. You're just gonna waste time if you mess up. And in, like I said, worst case scenario, you'll kill both the skaters and need to reset. Alright, now this is where it starts to get a bit interesting. I'll showcase 2 different methods of getting this star coin and coming back out, because this is the final section of 8.2. So this is where the 3rd star coin is. I'll show you the shell method first. So basically what you do, you swim up here as usual, hit this, go to the right, because this is where the 3rd star coin is. Get it, ground pound, and then what you do is you just wait here, and then hit the switch again, and just go back up. Pay attention, not get hit by the skater like I almost did there. Then you would clear the level as you normally would. There is another method for this. There is another method for this, and this is if you're trying to take a route which doesn't involve you going past the tower on your first pass, which is more beginner friendly, I would say, because, you know, 8.3 basically requires shell, because, you know, you're a great disadvantage if you don't have it. So basically, and 8 tower as well is really hard with shell, so this is a more beginner friendly approach, or, like, you know, a much faster strategy. So it's basically the same until the last section. Okay, so that was barrel jump there. Alright, so you do this. Now, just to make it easier, I'm not going to go for the second star coin, so pretend I got it. Alright, now for this section. We're going to purposely lose the shell at this point. It is a faster method. And this is more handy if you, for 8 tower, because you're at a bigger disadvantage with shell in 8 tower, but, I mean, if you are trying to go for 8-3, trying to do, like, a path where you can do 8-3, immediately afterward, then I wouldn't recommend this trick. But if, you do decide to go for it, then, while it's faster, you won't be able to do 8-3 properly. So that's a bit of the trade-off. Unless you have, like, you know, a spare shell, but that's pretty rare for you to get that. I mean, it depends on what you really want to do, because like I said, there's no set path in this category. So, basically you can do whatever you want. If you want to do it, here's how you do this the faster way. So basically it's the same as normal. Come up here and just ground pound, but instead of waiting, you come up here and intentionally get hit and wall jump up there to the pipe. And make sure not to get fireworks, so wait for that. So that is a much faster way of doing this level. So, basically, those are the 2 different ways you can cover 8-2. But, it depends on what you want to do from 8 tower and onward. Because 8 tower is a, let me just reset. So, I'll do 8 tower with shell first, and then with fire. Because, there's 2 different ways to take care of tower. So, we'll do tower, with shell first. So it is slightly easier with 100% than any, because you don't have to act all frantic. So here, it's the same. Get this star coin, just wait. Here. This is all cycle based, so you're going to lose time anyway. Jump up here. Up here. And just wait. Now there's a trick you can do in this immediate area that allows you to skip the cycle by using shell. It's very, very precise. For beginners, I do not recommend this trick. Because, for advanced players, it's optimal. Because you can go into 8-3 straight away. But if you try and take it slow and steady, doing this with shell is a pain in the ass. I've learned that the hard way. So, basically, now, get fire if you want. Now, because the normal way, you have to duck here. Oh, and even with getting past this section, it's even worse because the second star coin is just up to the left. I'll just show you. So you can't really do much with the shell. And it's much harder to kill Bowser Jr. with shell. It's recommended to use fire for beginners. Alright. Now jump up. Now this last star coin can be a bitch. Alright, so you gotta jump up here. And then you gotta, get lucky by... Oh, shit. Because you gotta, Alright, so I just got it. So, that star coin there can take you a while to get. Just try and do this. Just try and find something that's comfortable for you to get, so that you can get it consistently. If you have a hard time doing it, then try not to get hit. I don't really know what to say about that third star coin. It's pretty bad, but it's not as inexcusable as the one in 8-2. Now for the Bowser Jr. fight, there's a couple of different methods you can do. If you want to keep Shell, there is an easier sort of fast method that is sort of cool. This method is usually done by a guy called Floods. He does any percent. And he's mainly good with consistency. And he uses this method to kill Bowser Jr. in a consistent, so he can get more runs in. But basically, I'll just show you. So here's what you do against Bowser Jr. The easy way. There, like that. So you see, I morphed into Shell, bounced off that wall and jumped on him, onto his shell, and made him immobile. It's much easier and much more consistent than doing the fast kill, which involves you having to jump at the right angle, which can be very, very difficult. Now, for fire strats. Say you lost the blue shell in 8-2 deliberately from that trick, and you want to use fire, which I would agree. This is how you would go about it. So, it's the same as you would normally. So, alright, we'll try that again. I messed up. Alright. So, like I said, this is 8 Tower, how to do it with fire. So, now it's the same as you would normally. Now, I should mention, you're just big at this point. You don't have fire by this point, so I should mention. Alright, so like that, alright? So just pretend I didn't take damage there. Alright, now what you would do is get fire like that, and then just hop in like that. Alright, now, see, this makes a world of difference there, because you can easily get this Dark One just come out the other side, like that, because Shell, you can't really do that. You gotta, like, fiddle with the controls a bit. Now, I'm not sure about how pro runners go about using... Okay, I fucked up. Well, just for shits and giggles, let's pretend I get the third Star Coin here for argument's sake. This is how you do the quick kill. If I can even try it. Alright, so I failed there. It's pretty difficult. But I have done it a number of times before. So, let me just try this one more time. Now, the Bowser Jr. fight is significantly easier with fire, because all you can do is just pelt him with fireballs. Now, okay, so let's pretend I get these Star Coins here. Which, you know, you wouldn't do this in a 100 run. But, like, you know, get fire there. Let's pretend I did. I showed you already. But, yeah. So, yeah, let's just pretend I get these Star Coins here. You get the idea. This is an 80% run at this point. Alright, so here's what you would do against Bowser Jr. if you have fire. Much easier and faster than either quick kill method or the easier method with the shell. Much, much easier. So yeah. That is how you do the first 3 levels of World 8. And from this point on, there will be a number of different options that we can do. So I'll explain all different options you can take in the next video. For now, this was part 3 of the 100% tutorial, and I'll see you for part 4 when we go through different options. I'm out.